dingling all over the place, and a little bit of you know what. What are we doing here? 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 What do you mean? What do you mean? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it seems a little empty in the room because Janelle from the HR is celebrating her birthday.
Happy birthday, HR.
Happy birthday. If you're in the comments right now, if you're listening to this wherever you are, please wish our lovely co-host Janelle from the HR happy birthday. She's out here in these Orlando streets.
With her boo.
With her boo, Michael Bostic.
Shouts out to son Gene, the 50-year-old, 30-year-old.
Yeah, my man Gene out here.
Gene.
Sock passe, IEC.
Gene.
She's,
shout out to his son. Like he took his son out to Labor Day.
Yeah. So shout out to his son for taking him out to Labor Day. Shout outs to Janelle for celebrating her birthday. Mm-hmm. She's gone for a little bit, but
I got that shirt from. I got it from Main Event. Like Main Event gave me the shirt.
Yeah. So we are back at it. It's been a crazy week in professional wrestling.
It was,
to say the least.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the fucking elephant in the room, bro. And that starts with CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
For those who were living under a rock or who living under a ring and don't know about what CM Punk just did.
I envy those people.
Those did recently. You know what? I kind of do too, because they
Ron.
They just watch wrestling and go to sleep.
Facts. I'm jealous of them.
I'm absolutely jealous of them because it's a simple life. It's like watching Game of Thrones. You wake up, whatever the Friday comes, you turn on the television and you watch the show. Then you go, okay, that was great, or that was bad, and then I go to bed. And then
talk about it with your friends.
Talk about it with your friends, if that, or your coworkers or whatever.
You keep it in the universe. You don't say who wrote this. None of that. You keep it with the characters.
You don't. And then you continue on with your life. You don't worry about the news, but we can't do that because we're professional podcasters.
Yeah.
And we out here.
Yeah.
We out here. And the reason why I said professional podcast, because we're over 200 episodes. At this point, we're professionals.
Yeah.
And so let's cut to the chase. CM Punk was out here on these streets eating chocolate cake and sipping on seltzer water. I think it was seltzer water. Maybe it was hard seltzer. I don't know what he was drinking on during that time.
But no, he's straight edge. It's gotta be salsa water.
I forgot he's
that
straight
rich
edge.
people shit.
It was seltzer water he was drinking and eating chocolate cake.
No, it was muffins.
It was muffins. Sorry, chocolate muffins from his favorite spot in Chicago.
He saw him leaving with the muffin in his hand.
That's not
so ghetto, son.
That's not open on Mondays and Tuesdays, I think he said. But it's a great chocolate. It's a great muffin spot, pastry shop. So, anyways, my man CM Punk. I'm gonna walk you guys through this situation right now. CM Punk sits down at the media scrum right after AEW All Out. TK, a.k.a. Tony Khan, sits next to him. CM Punk opens up his bag of treats, and he goes on a rant. Talks about how Colt Cabana shares in a bank account with his mama. Talks about how he tried to fuck with Colt Cabana, but Colt Cabana fucked him over. He starts going in on the Elite, how the Elite's trying to hold him down. How they are disrespecting their top babyface in the company. He talked about Adam Page not listening, not trying to get better, and Adam Page trying to come out his face and disrespect him. All this he's saying during a live media scrum.
Okay.
With Tony Khan sitting next to him.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
You don't know there's a pattern with CM Punk? Every time he reached the top of the mountain, he self-sabotage. Think about it. WWE-wise, he literally was the top guy. He was the top, let's say more of like, he was the top 1%. Meaning that how that if you don't want to work with the guy was out of here. He had that kind of power. He was selling merchandise, everything. And the very peak of it, you don't notice he started nitpicking out little stuff on the Colt Cabana. Oh, I was injured. It was this doctor. It was this person. It was all of that. I wanted ice cream. Blah, 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 blah. It's always me, 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 me. You didn't dress it when during the time you played ball. So now when you reach the top, you want to self-sabotage? And now AEW, you said something 3 months later. You was in a whole feud with the dude. You didn't say nothing? You waited 3 months when you were with someone else. Think about it. He's probably the top-selling merch. He's probably a draw. He is a draw. All of this. And you reach the top. Does it self-sabotage everybody? Why? Why? Seriously, why?
So, I think you got to realize CM Punk's a narcissist.
So, okay. So that's what narcissists do, self-sabotage?
Yes. CM Punk's a narcissist. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, I thought it was a work. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a work.
Me too.
So, to update everybody who's listening and watching on the YouTube and listening in on the podcast universe, CM Punk also got into a fight with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Right.
CM Punk also got injured in his match against Moxley.
Right.
Man is built like glass. But throughout all of this, because whatever reason, it's supposedly true, I don't think CM Punk's 100% wrong.
Why do you think he's right?
I don't think he's 100%. I don't think he's right per se.
It's that gray area.
It's in a gray area. And the reason why I say this is because, number one, he's frustrated.
With what?
With the people within the company and the people within power.
What is it? What is it be frustrated about?
So number one, he talked about Adam Page. I'm sorry. If I said Adam Cole before, my apologies, guys. Adam Page. He talked about Adam Page and how Adam Page just listens to anybody trying to help him because he thinks he knows it everything.
I mean,
that's number one.
Okay.
So we're in a company trying to make the company grow and last for many years, and the young guys don't want to listen to the veterans who's been around the block multiple fucking times, and you don't want to listen to them. That's the issue. Number two, my EVPs are talking wild spicy about me behind closed doors and talking shit about me to everybody else.
Okay.
Why you doing that, bro? Why y'all doing that and running my name through dirt? I'm going to get mad too. Now, why CM Punk was 100% wrong, he made the owner of the company look wild.
He did.
Wild soft.
He talked about himself.
Wild soft.
He did.
That's number one. Number two, he chose the wrong time to talk about it. Why not do it behind closed doors? Why not have a one-on-one conversation with these guys to figure the situation out? Now, if you already spoke to them and it got nowhere, then what else you want to do? What did this accomplish? You got suspended, supposedly.
Or fired.
Fired. We don't know. The other guys, because they pulled up on you, got stripped of their titles, maybe suspended.
They did get suspended. They get suspended.
And now, 4 of your major top merch people are out, but we don't know how long. You're leaving money on the table and you're sabotaging the company in such a huge way. But at the same time, I get it. You were frustrated. But you got to keep your emotions in check. Because I've been there.
Okay.
I have been there where I'm working at a place and because I hold myself at a high standard, people are talking wild shit about me, disrespecting me behind my back, and trying to ruin my reputation. Literally, somebody at my job told people that I stole from somebody else.
What you stole?
I didn't steal nothing.
No. What did you tell you that you stole?
They said I stole a client, blah, blah, blah. I'm stealing money out the person's pocket, all of this, without knowing the full story. So with CM Punk, he feels like he's being lied to, especially with the Colt Cabana stuff.
But he didn't have to air out Coca Cabana stuff though.
He didn't have to, and that's what I'm saying.
Because Coca Cabana didn't do nothing.
Yeah, but the thing about it, because Adam Page mentioned it in the promo
3 months ago.
That's what I'm saying. You spoke about it. Leave the shit alone. CM Punk doesn't know how to control his emotions. And the thing about it, in wrestling, you don't have to. Especially if you're the top guy. You don't have to.
But that's sports, period.
Yeah. If you're the top guy in any company, in any sport, you don't gotta control your emotions. But in the long run,
it hurts you.
It hurts you because
you're not always gonna be the top guy.
That's number one. Father Time will catch that ass. And then you're blackballed. So CM Punk being a diva that he is hurting him in the long run. Because that Adam Page promo was cut mad long ago. Granted, that should have been talked about after. And if you're really that angry, give him 5 minutes of your time and fight the dude.
That's what Eddie Kingston did. And look at Eddie Kingston and Terry Guevara. They good.
Exactly.
And guess what? It was a control incident that happened behind closed doors. Nobody knows the true story. Nobody knows that because they didn't spill it onto the main.
The dirt sheets may say what they want to say, which is fine. Right. But at the same time, why are you so pussy and so extra? Because you acting like a pussy. I don't want to say the word bitch because I'm going to be belittling female dogs.
I personally think he's just like he's a self-sabotage.
He's a narcissist.
Because really think about it. Ring of Honor, niggas had beef with him. Ring of Honor, people had beef with him. You know, when he left Impact, it was a big issue. It was always something that he leaves is always a big deal.
Because he's a hoe.
Literally.
He's a hoe.
It's always something. It's always something.
Because listen, I would listen. I would understand if you didn't talk to them.
Right.
No, I still don't understand. Keep this behind closed doors. Like, it wasn't that. It was a trash ass move by him. He's a narcissist.
Wait. So somebody said this. Chris Delworth said, "Hey guys, I love y'all brothers. Plus, I need to ask a question about Coca Cabana. No, plus nobody asked a question. Yeah, right. He said, side note, this happened to me back in 2005 when the weeds launched. This punk ass supervisor wanted to say I stole the weed, and I gave it to one of my friends. I snapped the fuck off. Why the hell I was still for the same place that pays me? Don't feel bad, chocolate drop."
But the thing is, though, you didn't do it in front of the whole team.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what it is for me? And I want you to chime in. You making everybody look bad.
You do. You selfish.
You are making everybody look bad on your squad.
You selfish, yeah.
Like, you hurting everybody. I remember when I was watching A&E's talking about Booker T. Mm-hmm. And when Booker T by accident when he first started the invasion and he came over the barricade and he picked up Stone Cold and he threw him onto the announce table. Yeah. And Stone Cold got hurt. It was like a little fuse. He didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But the locker room was tight because their top guy was gone. And that's the guy that's making all the money. That's the guy who's bringing the house in. That's the guy who's putting more eyes on the product.
And you are.
So, to rewind to what I said earlier, Punk is out. Omega just came back, now he's out. The Bucks are out. Yeah. So that's 4 of your top guys, like I said before, who are money makers, out. You just introduced the trio title.
Yeah.
Now my trio champions are gone.
Yeah.
The elite who started the company are gone.
Mm-hmm.
We can argue all the time certain people deserve certain things. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, your top guy needs to continuously be in the picture regardless if they have a title or not.
Yeah, just be in the show up. Yeah, these are your 4 top
These
guys.
are your drawers.
Yeah, right.
And you took that away because you was a hoe.
I mean,
he's a hoe.
I think the problem with
Talk to me.
Khan,
He's a bitch ass motherfucker.
yeah. Even though that, one thing that I realized, like about the whole Red Pill community, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're very familiar with that. Some of the stuff they say, like, all right, bro, you just deal with toxic people. But overall, one thing they said is like, stand your ground. You may talk trash about Vince, about how he runs stuff, but you don't notice that everybody who came from the Vince system, majority of them know how to carry themselves. You don't notice that? You don't notice that you don't hear no one else who came from the Vince system have issues in AEW. It's always other people that they had got like issues with WWE. They bring the issues over here. You don't notice that?
It's professionalism.
Yes, like you don't notice that how you say what you may say about Moxley, but honestly, even though he's the Punk's the money maker, the real guy who's carrying the company on his back is Moxley.
Why do you think Moxley's the one who's really carrying the company on his back?
He has his style, and he never ever bury nobody around. He always uplift everybody. He always upkeep the tradition of wrestling, but he doesn't shove in no one's faces. You understand how one of his young boys in Japan bought him a jacket? He does the little stuff because he understands the bigger picture. You understand, like, why you never hear, but only person you hear that good thing about CM Punk was Kofi. No one else throughout the history, you never hear, oh, Punk did this, Punk did this, Punk did this. You always hear the Mox, the Daniel Bryan, the Eddie Kingston.
Or the Roman Reigns.
The Roman Reigns. All these dudes that so quote unquote that, they are just two like company people, they always leave a legacy for everyone around them.
But because they're unselfish.
And they don't have ego, bro.
They do have ego, but they know how to put the ego to the side.
What I mean by there's no ego is just like, what I mean by no ego is, you right? It's a sense of they know who they are. Mm-hmm. Regardless, Jericho may feel some type of way that he didn't get the match with what's his name at WrestleMania for U.S. Championship. Cool, but you understand, you know what? I understand my worth. I could go somewhere else. It's a sense of he know who he is.
But CM Punk knows who he is. It's just that he thinks he's better than everybody else.
He's selfish. Because in this world, especially in wrestling, you know this. You both in training. Who is the one that get the most respect? The ones who give, right? Mm-hmm. Who are usually the top guys? You're around all these top guys. The top guys of the industry. You notice the difference between the people who really the top guys, who's not really the top guys, is their attitudes. You don't notice that the most friendly person, they understand and other that?
It's CM Punk's an ass. I've been saying this for years.
Like, you are in a sport that you're allowed to shoot on people cheer you for it, but you take it too far.
He's sensitive.
Bro, why you came at the Miz years ago about the Saudi money? Why?
The thing is, people need to stop acting like this guy is this Jesus or this guy who's like this incredible guy who is the savior of professional wrestling.
Can I tell you why?
Why?
From a standpoint of somebody who used to be a big fan of his, he gave us, during the time, I had the most lowest self-esteem. And I felt that, no one was listening. So the one person who spoke our language and spoke exactly what we've been saying on the internet, it gave us hope. So we believed in him. That's why. So when you're the type of person been frustrated, or somebody finally said something like, yes, everything he said, you're gonna stand behind him. And you see the injustice that they do to him on television, you're gonna stand behind him.
But what injustice though?
Example, he only made event one pay-per-view during his whole run as champion.
Because he's a dick. He's a dick.
You know what?
That's what it is. And that's what I think it is. As much as we can talk about he's not a Vince guy. We can talk about he's not a Vince guy. But it comes to a point when your reputation precedes you. When your reputation has such a factor in your career. Because you know what? We're going to put him here, but the thing about it, he's such a mean person, we're not going to main event him. We'll put him somewhere else. We'll use him somewhere else. That's what I think it is.
And compared to the New Day, yes, Coffee may not have got all the main events, but the New Day, let them do whatever they want there because they're very respectful.
But
that's a good point.
And the thing about it, I'm gonna say this: if this was somebody else, people would have been ripping this guy apart.
If it was a woman,
especially if it was a woman.
Tessa did it. Everybody went crazy on her.
Well, Tessa did the other
Yeah.
thing. And then the fact of the matter is, TK is not taking has to boss up at this point, which he did. And the thing about it, look, you watch Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
The fans booed TK. The fans legit booed TK. Where the fans' favorites were the ones who put TK in the situation. And that's the sad part about the situation is that the mere fact is that TK is getting booed by the fans when their favorites are the one who put him in this situation. That's when you know. That's when you know there's no loyalty in wrestling.
There isn't. That is true though, because TK was just doing his job.
Because he has to.
He has to do what you have to do because
bro, they got into a fight, a regular fist fight, and then what's the guy's name? Alec, whatever the guy's name, Alex.
Steel bit somebody.
Steel, whatever. He bit somebody. He bit somebody. What kind of ravishing ass shit is this? This is so much bigger than just that, because I understand where he's coming from. Listen, I get where CM Punk is coming from. You're frustrated, you're angry, but there's a way about doing that.
There is.
Because at the end of the day, these guys are still signing your checks. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about TK, not the EVPs. And at the end of the day, you still got to share a locker room with them.
That is true.
You don't got to like them, but you got to respect them.
That's true. And you notice, so shout out to Gene, he said this, all this happened after Cody left.
Because Cody knew how to act professional. And then there's something Cody said that nobody talks about.
What?
And my homegirl pointed it out yesterday.
What?
The EVPs of the company still wrestle. So you're probably thinking, okay, what's the problem? Hold on. I'm going to say this again. The EVPs of the company still wrestle on the show. So, and people be like, oh, they put their egos. No. I'll say it again. The EVPs of the company still wrestle for the show. Now, hold on. Now I'm going to tell you what the issue is with that and how it connects to Cody. The Bucks, Kenny, they all wrestle, right? So they have to worry about their own brands. Number one, their own matches they got to worry about. It's almost impossible to worry about other people when you're still playing the game. It's like coaching and still being on the basketball court.
One example is someone talked about this. He was signed to Jeff Jam. I don't remember who. And he said it was hard.
DMX.
It's hard to sell records when Jay-Z is still rapping.
Exactly.
And someone said this also about Kanye West and good music. It's just, how can I do this if Kanye West is still rapping?
And then taking the budget.
Yeah, or Ludacris, a lot of people went under him, said that we couldn't go nowhere because he was still rapping.
Exactly.
You know what's something you need to watch out to this dude? It's on YouTube. It's called Studying Growth.
I watch it all the time.
Son, fire. You watch Studying Growth sports?
Yes.
Both of them, right?
Yes.
And what they always say, the most common thing is, he was still rapping.
Exactly. So it's hard for you to run a business when you're still in the game. So if you have 3 EVPs still working in the company, still wrestling on a consistent basis, that's an issue because you can't focus on the bigger picture. You can't be the master of many. You can be the master of one. That was a bar, my niggas. I'm sorry. That was a bar.
My brothers.
That was a bar.
That is true, though.
You can't, once again, because Cody said, he's like, I still got a lot I want to do. I still want to be that top guy. I still want to do stuff.
That is true.
So how am I going to be an EVP and I still want to do things, and my career is not over. That's why you have the old heads in the back, because they're like, yo, my glory day is done. I can't take a bump no more. I can't do that. I can come back for a one-off, but I can't still work. I'm done. The EVPs can't be guys who are still wrestling, who are active on the roster, because you can't focus on your people you need to focus on.
You're right. They always said it. They always say it. Yeah.
So
someone said, "Who cares what Cody said? He punked out."
So hold on.
You missed the point what he said.
Hold on. Somebody said, "Who cares what Cody says? He punked out." Because I love to talk about that. So let's talk about that. Yeah. Who said that?
Eric Dixon.
Eric Dixon. He didn't punk out. He understood the situation.
And you said that. You said
he understood that.
I
Listen,
have too much to do.
I have too much to do as an EVP, but I still want to wrestle. That's impossible to do.
Yeah.
That's impossible. That's impossible to do.
That's not selfish what he did.
He did the right thing.
Yeah, he said, you know what? I can't do this. So WWE, I could do whatever, and you don't have to worry about. Think about it. He could just be a wrestler.
That's what he wants to be. That's what he wants to be at this point in his life.
Control his universe.
Yes.
Because when you're EVP, like you said, you got to worry about like, yo, I lose to all these people. I got to get a win. Even though that dude need that win over you more.
Exactly.
But you got to protect your character.
Or you got to worry about what your promo's going to be, what your stuff is going to be like, everything that you got to worry about for your brand, but you got to worry about 10 other people.
Yeah. But the one thing I have to say, and the difference between how the Young Bucks carry stuff and Cody, yes, Cody did beat a lot of people, but all these people are working. All these people are high positions. Ricky Starks.
Talk to him.
Eddie Kingston.
Talk to him.
Sammy.
Talk to him.
Darby Allin.
Talk to him.
All the pillars. Oh, Jungle Boy.
Talk to him.
What's that dude's name?
Cody Luther X, baby.
No. Well, like, what's that dude's name? The ones on the Dark Order. Yo, all the he wrestled, he helped them. 10. All these prominent spots.
My man Matthew Miller said something. Shout out to Matthew Miller from Your Sports. Yeah. So the question is to everybody that's listening right now, if you are listening or watching this on YouTube or listening this on a pod, leave a comment below, or the people that are watching live. The question is, and Matthew mentioned this question in the Jobbertears Network group. Join it, please. It's on Facebook. Who did CM Punk elevate? While being in AEW, who did CM Punk elevate? Nobody.
Wait. Hold on.
That wasn't already a star.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Even throughout his whole career in WWE, no, he didn't.
I'm not even going to use WWE.
AEW.
His AEW run. Who did he elevate? Who did he bring to the promised land with him? Nobody. These motherfuckers, and I don't mean to curse, I'm sorry, but I'm tight right now. We're talking about Will Hobbs was going to get elevated from CM Punk. Nope. That didn't happen.
He was hot because of Sting, of that feud with Sting he had.
Oh, somebody said CM Punk elevated the ratings. No, he didn't. He popped the ratings twice. And ever since then, they've been under 1 million. They can't get over 1 million.
And the people who was making 1 million, who's hitting 1 million, it was when Darby Allin made him. That TNT run, Darby Allin, ratings was high.
And then people can talk about CM Punk. CM Punk ain't do nothing. Phil Brooks ain't do nothing popping, B.
Even Young Bucks did some stuff.
CM Punk didn't help the company like that. And the only reason why we're talking about him because of controversy, which equals cash.
Yeah,
but we forgot about a whole pay-per-view called AEW All Out.
Selfish.
Nobody talking about AEW All Out. Say it again, brother.
Selfish.
Narcissistic.
Selfish.
You need to get over yourself, Phil Brooks.
My thing is this way, right?
You's a hoe.
Why? Look. I'm looking from a standpoint of like, if I didn't know CM Punk as a wrestler, I'm a guy who's reading his accolades. Bro, 3 different companies you was champion. 3 different companies you made money. and you took 7 years off, a lot of people picked you up because of WWE, Marvel, UFC, because of the stats in WWE. Now, you always find something to fucking complain about, bro. What is there to complain about? Like, no. Take away the whole wrestling. Wrestling is just combat theater. Let's call it what it is.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful combat theater. I love that. I love how you said that.
Right.
My
So
nigga.
let's take away the combat theater element and just look at it as a pure sport. People will look at him like, bro, you accomplished so much. He's Kevin Durant. Never satisfied.
Say that again. Who's CM Punk?
Kevin Durant.
CM Punk is Kevin Durant.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
Because think about it. I want to change W. Kevin Durant went to Brooklyn Nets. CM Punk went to AEW.
Okay, talk to me.
Right? And then he talking about how I want to get my own team. When stuff get a little rough, you want to just self-sabotage yourself?
Self-destruction, baby.
Think about it. Kevin Durant went on and said that, if it's me, or you fire Sean Marks, or Sean Marks and Steve Nash. You brought him here.
Same thing with CM Punk. Listen, the elite, the EVPs here are destroying me as a babyface.
Come on. Just like Kevin Durant. Nothing satisfies you. And you look at both of their careers, a standpoint, if you don't know both of them, they both make great money, a great living. They part of the 1% that makes money, son. Like literally, they could literally change a whole little island. They could change school trips with the money that they make. But you're too busy worrying about if people like you. You're too busy worrying about stuff that, at 10 years does not fucking matter.
Because the thing is, the one point I do understand is it gets frustrating.
That's 1%.
It gets frustrating when people shit on you.
Okay.
Because I've been there.
We've been
I've been there, especially at work.
Yeah.
Where you see these people more than your family, and people are running your name through the mud. That's the only part of me
that you understand.
That can sympathize when it comes to him. But the rest is selfish. You're not helping nobody else out. You're helping yourself out. And the fans keep jerking you off and making you bust these nuts because you think you're a star. You are.
Someone said that every pay-per-view has been breaking since it's been record.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Because they've been breaking
that's a lie.
Before CM
That's a
Punk.
lie. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. You lying, B.
Yeah.
Show us the Carfax, B. Eric Dixon, I'm calling your name out. Show us the Carfax. Send us a link. Because I believe you a liar.
And he said that it's been over a million many times. We understand that, but it hasn't been a million since CM Punk.
Are you talking about pay-per-views?
No, he's talking about every week.
No, it hasn't. You a liar.
It hasn't been under
You
a
a
million.
liar. You capping. You capping.
Listen.
You capping.
Yeah, but anyways, at the end of the day, this is bad. You are a company that's still a startup. You don't need this because outside investors see that you're not running your house correctly. I don't want to invest into you. Warner Brothers, they like debate if they want to keep you or not. Yo, if your house is not in order, why should I keep you?
Exactly. So let's move on past some CM Punk. We got a couple things to say.
Clash of Castles.
Clash of Champions. No,
Clash of
Castles.
Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, Clash at the Castle.
Let's start with that.
Fucking amazing pay-per-view.
Start to finish. Let's start at the end. How you feel about the ending?
The ending kept it canon.
Yeah.
The ending kept it canon. It was like Cell showing up. Cell 1 showing up.
Yeah.
Now we're like, oh shit, what's going on, B?
Yeah. I think it's perfect because you said something all the time back in the day. Triple H is telling a story.
He's telling a story. But then I want to get into something. The people who's bringing back, all of them don't need to be brought back.
Like who?
I don't need Dexter Lumis to be brought back. Why?
He's a good hand.
He's a good hand, but we already have enough good hands. We need superstars.
Okay, Dexter Lumis. Who else?
We need superstars.
Who else?
Who else has he brought back? That's for the most part. I think that'll be it.
Yeah. Because Hit Row is like how that you got to build a tag team.
Hit Row for me. I like Brianna. I think Brianna's the real star of Hit Row. Many people will say AJ. Many people will say some people might say Adonis. But real talk, the real star in that thing is Brianna. She has the most she's the most charismatic.
She's the most confidence.
And the most confidence. Like, it's crazy.
I feel the other two just need more sauce.
They got none. Their pot is empty, B.
But you wearing their shirts.
That's because I fuck with them collectively. Them by themselves is trash.
This thing Eric just thing. But okay, so I feel Braun Strowman was just like a
Nah, y'all be hating on Braun though.
No, he's nice. But I'm looking like, you need Triple H. What are you gonna do? I'm all like wait and see.
Braun's a draw.
Oh, he is. But I want to see wait and see with him because Vince kind of dimming his character.
They did, but I think Vince was on some like
Big Show.
I think that they see that he's untouchable and they can do whatever he wants, but then sometimes that does hurt a character. And the thing about Braun, his size and his athleticism is one of a kind,
and he don't need titles.
That's what Vince thought, and that's why he kept losing so much.
But he don't need to be in a title picture.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes where like you can always put him in a title picture.
And then you know what? And then him losing kind of affected him.
Yeah, like Big Show.
Yeah, so with Braun, I think we need to bring him back to being a monster, and they kind of showed that on Raw this past week.
Here comes the other side of the incident. They said, look at him bury the tag team.
How did he bury the tag team?
Because
he beat them up?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But it's kind of like the equivalent to like when Sting beat up all of the all 60 members of the NWL, or when Stone Cold beat up all the Ministry. It's like that. When you're a babyface, you get superpowers. It's kind of like you have to keep kayfabe alive though, because even action movies, you know damn well if they pile up on an action star, they're gonna win. But you gotta make it entertainment.
Oh yeah, of course. When it comes to Braun, I think he's a star.
He's a draw, yeah.
And the thing about he's a draw because he's so huge. Pause.
Yeah.
Now I don't think they buried the tag team.
No, I don't think so because it's a great match.
It was a good match. They did what they did, and they had to bring Braun out somewhere or another.
Yeah.
Now, what did you like Raw?
Yeah, it's good. It's always good.
I want to see what they do with Solo.
Yeah, me too.
When it comes to the bloodline, I think he's the one that messes up everything. I think Solo breaks up the bloodline.
I agree with you.
I think Solo's the one. I think he's the Judas in the bloodline.
I agree. I did. Yeah.
I think he's the one. I think he's the one that causes the
friction.
The friction
because he's the new guy. Yeah.
He's the new guy, and then, but the thing about it, he's family, so you trust him. But when you're young, hungry, and full of cum, you get jealous.
I think that would be.
I think he's the one that causes the friction in the blood. He's the Judas.
Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. I can see that. So how you feel about Worlds Collide?
It was okay. Yeah. It was good. I think Ricochet can sustain NXT.
He is. Yeah. He's feuding with him. That was a good match. That match was a superhero match.
It made sense.
Yeah, it made sense. It's like, honestly, what I'm learning now in wrestling is every style is necessary because it's still a show. Because you cannot have if there's 7 cards on the match and a 7 Braun Strowman match, it gets whack after the second one. Which
is why I like Clash at the Castle.
It was very mixed.
It was very mixed of the matches. I really liked Roman and Drew.
It was yes.
They told a story.
Yeah.
They did their job. I really thought Drew was gonna win.
How you feel about what they did after with Tyson and Fury?
I hate all that shit.
I think somebody left the camera on.
Really?
I felt that somebody left the camera on because we didn't need to see that.
I didn't care nothing for that.
Yeah, because I was watching it. I was at work. Mind you, loading stuff up to the elevator. I'm looking like, shit is whack.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that at all, to be honest. I didn't need to see any of that.
It was okay. It was whack.
I didn't need to see any of that at any point. I needed to see
Thunder Rosa, okay, 2 releases. Mrblacc grants his release, and Thunder Rosa wants her release.
So I heard that's a rumor. That's
Okay.
not true. That rumor's not true about Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
I mean, Tony Storm's the new champion,
Okay.
which she should be. What do you think about Dynamite?
It was like we got to cheer out the troops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they, anybody who didn't watch Dynamite, Tony Khan started the show. I think I mentioned this earlier. He started the show, and he basically said that he's doing a tournament for the trios title and the world title.
Not the trios title.
Yeah.
No, they won. Best friend ones. They're the new trio. Death Triangle won.
Oh yes. My bad. My apologies, guys. It was for the championship,
Yeah.
the heavyweight championship of AEW. They're doing a tournament for that, and then Best Friends are the new trio champion, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
It's he had to do it, and what do you think? Did you watch the beginning with MJF and John Moxley?
It was good.
I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like the fact that MJF kept mentioning WWE.
Yeah.
I was not feeling that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is good, but it's like, yeah, damn, bro, like, stop talking about WWE.
Yeah. At this point, he's the only one who does it.
Yeah. And I know it's because he's going into free agency within another year, but let's wait till 2023.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
have that conversation about your free agency in 2023.
Hype up the main event.
It was wrestling.
Yeah.
It was quality wrestling.
They listening.
Why you say that?
West Side Gun came out.
Well, they have no choice but to listen.
But they really listen.
It's because the niche market within the niche market is black wrestling fans.
We buy the most merch at that point. Like, we set the cool. Like, whoever black people are behind, people
So
follow.
why not bring more over? And they were in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And Danny Garcia's from Buffalo.
Yeah.
So it was fly.
Yeah, it was.
It was some fly shit.
So how you feel about Action Bronson being in wrestling now?
I love it. The thing about it, hip hop is pop culture.
Yeah.
So why not have more of that?
And the thing about hip hop artists who love wrestling, they will get behind it.
They'll get 100% beyond it. Action Bronson has a whole song called Super Kick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I like Action Bronson a lot, actually. He actually can rap.
He can rap.
Even though he sounds like Ghost.
The more you listen to it, not so much.
He sounds like Ghost.
You hear it, but he has his unique raspy voice to it, though.
He still sounds like Ghost.
He
Same
does.
cadence, same flow.
Yeah. But I actually like he can rap though. Like,
Oh, he can rap. And
Yeah.
he got a good food show.
damn, that's delicious. Yeah.
Any other thing before we go?
Aleister Black getting released?
I just think he's over it.
Wrestling?
Yeah. And it's like, this is my opinion. I think he went over there. He's like, yo, this is a lot. Like, some people on the roster, is a bunch of stuff going on, and I already got a lot. And he said it was for mental stuff. He probably was like, yo, I'm over this right now. Need some time to myself.
So what's gonna happen to the House of Black?
That I don't know. And I think we'll find out next week.
You think that Darby Allin Sting should take over that?
That would be dope.
That would be good. Hype about the Acclaim.
What about them?
You like them?
They're the best thing going right now. They're hot. They should have been tag team champions.
Yeah.
They're red hot right now. The fans are behind them. I'm not a huge Swerve and Keith Lee fan.
Yeah.
Of them as a tag team.
Yeah.
But I understand why they're winning, because they're bigger names than the Acclaim.
But I feel like Swerve needs to be by himself.
I can see that, but where are you gonna put him on this ridiculously fat roster?
They have like 50 titles going around. You have a trios title. How many titles AEW have? You have 2 sets of trios titles.
Yeah.
You have 2 sets of world championships. You have 2 sets of tag team championships.
Yep.
You have 2 sets of women championships. and you have 2 sets of secondary titles. No, it's 1 set. It's pure championship.
And Jade still TBS champion.
How you feel about that match?
It was good. I think Athena should have won.
What do you do with Jade?
At this point, I'm telling you, just make her win the women's championship.
Then what?
She loses.
Honestly,
What?
she should lose to Willow. Hear me out.
Okay.
You need a bad guy. And you need someone who's opposite of you.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Jade's Joker? Willow.
I can see that, but they're not going to do it.
Listen.
Willow, I'm going to say this right now. I'm happy you brought this up because Willow is what AEW's women's division needs. That mega white hot baby face that she could be is what that division needs. Because everybody in that division is like fake heel.
There's too much tweeners.
Too many tweeners.
I think there's not enough people who play their positions.
But the thing about it, they don't know how to do anything else besides half the women on that roster can't cut a promo. The other half can't be a legit baby face.
True.
But that's just wrestling in general.
True.
I feel Willow should be that white hot baby face that takes the title off of Jade and becomes TBS champion.
I think so too. It's Willow. Willow's the only one that is very so far off from her.
Exactly.
You understand? Like when they do cosplay, Jade's gonna pick the bad characters, whatever. You understand? Willow's gonna pick like, hey, I'm gonna be a Powerpuff Girl or something like that. And Willow is believable. Willow has the look. She has the personality. It gotta be Willow.
Willow should be the new face of that women's division. Or one of the top faces in that women's division.
If they really want to make change, I think it should be the top of the division. This is what person you think of the top of the division, right? Willow, Jade, Brent Breaker, and the teacher. She should be like the gatekeeper of the like TBS, but it's not like the men's role because she's so head of the all. And that Japanese girl and Naya.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do that. Toni Storm is great, but Toni Storm ain't it.
Not yet.
And I think we're gonna leave it on off of that.
Well, hold on. Trial by Combat. It will be linked below. Tickets Saturday, October 1st. Another Battle Club event. Oh man! So I have to close it off. So once again, it's another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. I'm your host, Mrblacc of the Sped Kids, and my co-host, Sir Wilkins of Jobbertears and 2.5 Bros. So please like, comment, subscribe
below, and also happy birthday from Janelle from the HR.
Shout out to you, girl. And yeah, we off this. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
It's over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.